Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of January 2023. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And I will close out your reading with a Work Your Light Oracle card. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it, Gemini, because the cards are already starting to talk here, and it looks like you've got some really good things kicking off the new year. All right, Gemini, so the first card that shows up for you for January of 2023 is that Lover's card, which means divine union, which means powerful partnerships. It also means that your relationships are actually advancing to the next level. Now, this could be personal or professional, but because we are focusing on money in this reading, this Lover's card is telling me that whatever the relationship is that is moving forward, that is advancing, that it is progressing, it's definitely going to impact your finances in some way. Okay, so for some of you, that will be a partner or a spouse. For others of you, that could be a business partnership or a colleague of some sort, okay? But whatever it is, it's definitely growing, it's blossoming, it's flourishing. The connection is getting tighter. You guys are really kind of in flow and in sync with one another. And again, it's definitely going to improve your money relationship. Next up, we do have the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is a card of attracting a lot of attention. Now, this is interesting because we have the Six of Wands, which is the card about being seen. We also have the Star card, which is another card that talks about being seen. Sometimes this Star card is known as the celebrity card, and I do get that card a lot when I do read for people who are celebrities or people who are in the media arts. So, because I see both of these cards together side by side, that means you're definitely going to be attracting a lot of attention, Gemini. All eyes will be on you. And the cool thing is that you will be able to monetize this attention in some way. So whether it's social media, maybe being on TV, in a magazine, on a podcast, something like that, whatever the case may be, it's definitely going to put you in a powerful position to be profitable and to make money. So make sure you use it, okay? Don't waste the opportunity because it looks like all this wonderful positive attention is coming your way. Next up, we do have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. That's a great card to see in the reverse because it means that you are no longer feeling discouraged. You're actually going to be moving into the new year with a positive outlook and feeling really excited about the potential opportunities. We also have the Seven of Wands. Now, this is a communication card. Not everybody's going to be on the same page as you. They're not going to understand why you do what you do, but it doesn't matter. Everybody doesn't need to understand. You know, this is your life. You're going to be doing what you want, Gemini. So understand that you may not necessarily get the support, but it's okay. Finally, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. Now, that is connecting with someone from your past. However, I don't think it's going to be anything substantial. I'm getting the feeling like it's probably going to be something, you know, where you say, hey, you know, nice to see you again, and that's kind of it. I don't see that reconnecting with someone from your past at this time. I don't see that benefiting you in any way. And I'm getting specifically an ex for a lot of you. Could be an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever the case. You know, yes, you can be nice and cordial, but again, it's probably not something you want to spend a lot of time on or, you know, spend a lot of energy investing into. All right, Gemini, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. Whoa. For the month of January 2023. All right. So, Gemini, looks like you're going to be making some plans for the future. This Three of Wands talks about future planning. The other thing is it talks about making some decisions now that impact you in the future. Okay, so I'm not surprised because, you know, January is kind of a time when everybody starts planning out their entire year, or they start making decisions that maybe they've been holding off on, from prior years. So just understand you're going to be in that decision-making energy as we move into that second week of January, Gemini. Next up, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is always a great card. It means financial support in some way is coming to you. This could be anything from a loan. It could be somebody paying you back money they owe you. It could also be like a mentor or a coach or somebody giving you some valuable information that totally changes the game for you. Whatever the case may be, it's definitely going to be positive, and it's going to be the exact support you need at the right time. Next up, we do have the Four of Swords. Now, this card is in the reverse. Now, this means that you're not taking some time for yourself when you need to, okay? Sometimes we need to step back and go within. And if we don't do that, sometimes we get a little overwhelmed, okay? So this is a card that's kind of giving you a heads up, Gemini, that if you do have some time to take to yourself, to reflect and to think and to sort things out, within your own head, you definitely need to do that because it will be beneficial to you. We also have the Five of Cups in the reverse. Now that's a card of you not feeling guilty for doing what you need to do. I love seeing that card in the reverse because that means you're no longer being manipulated or controlled by guilt or regret. It's definitely a powerful card to see in the reverse because it means that you are moving forward and you're not allowing your emotions to manipulate you. Finally, we do have the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands in the reverse talks about some unexpected news coming your way. And this is something related to your career or to your work. Okay, so now, this doesn't necessarily mean it's bad news. It just means it's something that you were unprepared for. So because of that, it's one of those things where you just have to kind of do the best you can with, the situation as it stands. But I don't want you to worry about it. It just means, wow, this was a surprise. I didn't see that coming, or I didn't expect that to happen. Now, it could be something minor where, maybe there's staffing changes at your job. It could be a change in pay. Maybe you're not going to get a raise this month. It'll be next month. It could also be something where the responsibilities of your job shift, or maybe you decide to move into a different career and you didn't think that you would. So it could be anything, like I said, unexpected, but it doesn't really mean that it's quote unquote bad. It just means that you're unprepared. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and continue on. Okay, and see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. Whoa. For the month of January 2023. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? Okay. All right, Gemini, so as we move into the second half of January, we've got the Death card. That means that there's some big changes and shifts happening in your life, and it's going to affect every area of your life. Now, because we're focused on money, I do get the sense that this is going to be a financial change, and it's going to happen very, very slowly. So in a way, that's really good because that gives you time to kind of make accommodations and to figure out what the next step will be. But the Death card means that it's going to feel a little uncomfortable because it's literally putting death to the old self and embracing a new self, a new way of life, a new thought pattern, a new belief system in some cases, right? But this is all going to be for the greater good of your life and also for the betterment of your financial situation. So while it may feel a little uncomfortable while you're going through it, understand and just feel confident that this is for the best. Next up, we have the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is a card of self-discovery, self-awareness. It's also another card that talks about rebirth. When it shows up in the reverse position, sometimes it means that we're feeling resistant to change. Now, this can be tricky because a lot of us want to improve our situation, but because the situation we desire is so unfamiliar, it's hard to kind of mentally grasp it, okay? Now, this is something even I struggle with because, of course, we want to make more money, but when we've never kind of experienced, that amount of money or that much of a change in our life, it's hard to really shift. So this is something you just have to be aware of, okay? If you want to be a millionaire, your whole life is going to look different, and you can't even do the same things that you do. Yes, you know, there will be some things that won't change, but overall your whole life will be different as a millionaire than as a non-millionaire, right? And this is something that we have to work on internally. All right, next up we have the Seven of Pentacles. This means that you are content with your work, but you are starting to look for something different. Maybe you want to do a business, maybe you want to have a side hustle, whatever the case may be. It's definitely something where you're feeling the itch to grow. You're feeling the desire to expand, okay? And that's a good place to be, because it's telling you that you are destined for something more. You are supposed to have something greater, something bigger, something better, okay? And again, that goes along with this awareness. Now, we also have the Fool card. The Fool card talks about moving in a new direction. And of course, that's kind of what we've been talking about here with all these cards. You may not have all the answers or know exactly how things are going to play out, but you do know that you are ready for a change. And even if it feels a little uncomfortable, you are ready and willing to take that first step. Now, this is exciting because you see the potential of increase, not only financially, but also just things increasing and getting better and more abundant in other areas of your life too. Next up, we do have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a card about budget and balancing. Pay attention to where all the money is going in your life, what's coming in, what's going out, and double check your statements and receipts. Also, you want to make sure that you have enough money set aside for everything that you need. That's another message I'm getting with this card, is that you really have to prepare. And you really have to make sure you have enough savings, you have enough, whatever, food, whatever you need. Just make sure that you have all of that set aside, so you are not going to be surprised by anything. Finally, we do have the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is a card about making decisions. When it shows up in the reverse, it means that you are procrastinating on a decision in some way. Now, everybody does this. This is not unique to you, Gemini, but the thing is that you really have to figure out what is holding you back from living the life or having the money that you want. There's something that you are dragging your feet on, and you know that this is something you have to do. You know this is something you have to change, because once you do, the floodgates of abundance will open to you. All right, so figure out what that is, and then make that decision, and then start taking action. All right, Gemini, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of January 2023. Nice. Okay. So, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this is one of my most favorite cards to get in a money, career, finance reading, because it talks about new streams of income. It also talks about a new business venture just kind of busting with success. Okay, I don't know any other way to say it. But the Ace of Pentacles is a very powerful card, especially in a money reading. It's always good news. It always talks about increased money. It always talks about additional money coming your way. So that's exciting. Whatever you're starting to put into place, understand that it will work out and it will be profitable. But again, this is not magic, right? This isn't like, oh, something's just going to randomly appear and you're going to start making money. It's the result of the actions that you're taking. Okay, so you have to do something in order to manifest the money in the physical, right? It doesn't just show up. Now, I'm not saying it can't, but that's not the message or the energy I'm getting from this card. I'm getting that whatever you have been doing, it does pay off, okay? And it pays off in a very nice way. Next up, we do have the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups means an offer is coming your way, but because this guy is in the reverse, it's telling me that either the offer falls short of your expectations or the timing just doesn't work for you. It doesn't mean the offer is bad. It just means the offer does not work for you right now. So this could be something money or work related. It could also be something in your personal life. But again, at the end of January, there's going to be an offer coming your way, and it's not going to be something that resonates with you, or the timing is not going to, work, or it's just not something that you're interested in. Okay. Next up, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, I like seeing that card in the reverse because it means that you are no longer trapped by your own limiting beliefs. It means that you have broken through some personal barriers and you are really starting to advance and move forward. Now, the thing is that this is something that you have become aware of within yourself, and you're doing the inner work in order to change some things. And because of that, you start seeing progress, you start seeing movement, you start, seeing some benefits that you didn't see before. All right, next up we do have the World card. Now the World card in the reverse means that there is something that is not finished. Now the World card is a powerful card. It's also a positive card. Doesn't matter how it shows up. But when it shows up in the reverse, it just means that something is not finished. You're not quite ready to go to that next level or take that next step, okay? So it means that something is incomplete and it has to be finished in order for you to do whatever is next. Okay, so a lot of times that shows up in business when I do private readings for clients. There is something that just does not, something that's undone that they need to kind of tie up. And then once they do that, then they can kind of advance to the next level. Finally, the Magician card, another great card. This is the card of alchemy and creating anything that you want, really, truly. Anything that you want, Gemini, you can create and you can have. And the other nice thing about the Magician card is it tells us that you already have everything you need in order to make it happen. Whether that be the ideas, the timing, the people, the tools, whatever it is, you have access to it at this moment. Now, you may have to get a little creative. You may have to take some steps, in order to kind of fulfill that. But just understand, everything you need is at your disposal and is within your reach right now. All right, Gemini, so from what I'm seeing here, it looks like, the attention, the money, the relationship, it's all happening for you in the month of January. And it's all positive, it's all good. Now, there's some things, obviously, that we need to work on within ourselves, as we all do. But you're on the right track and you're moving in the right direction. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Work Your Light Oracle card. All right, Gemini, you have Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Interesting. Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Yes. Again, I think this kind of matches that Magician card. You have divine helpers. You have support. You have it all. All right, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them down below. We'll do this all again next month.